What's up, everybody? This is Dan from the Fundamentals with another unboxing video. This time we are looking at something very different, something very special. It is a different universe. It is the Funkoverse. And where in the Funkoverse are we going? Well, yes, welcome to Jurassic Park. Funkoverse from Funko Games, age 10 and up, 2 to 4 players, yes. One of the newest additions, the latest 4-pack addition to the Funkoverse realm of strategy games, based on the classic movie, featuring Ellie Satler, Alan Grant, Ray Arnold, Samuel L. Jackson, and a Velociraptor. Funkoverse, combine your favorite characters and go head-to-head in 4 exciting game scenarios. Move through memorable locations, the Visitor Center, and the Raptor Paddock, and use your character's unique abilities to capture points and achieve victory. Includes playable maps, new Mosquito and Amber points, plays a standalone game or mix with other Funkoverse games. Number 100. Prospero Hall. Yes, this is another. Prospero Hall has done a lot of work with the Universal and Amblin stroke Steven Spielberg properties, a lot of them in Ravensburger. This is their first since they were acquired by Funko. And this is first 4-pack that I've gotten for this to review. If you go back, you can look at my coverage from Gen Con. I took a look at the Batman 4-pack, which is Batman and Batgirl versus the Harley Quinn and the Joker, and there's also the Harry Potter 4-pack, which was Harry Potter and Hermione versus Voldemort and Bellatrix Lestrange. So, the cool thing about Funkoverse, as you may or may not know, is that you can mix and match the characters. So if you have either of those 2 4-packs or any of the 2-packs that have come out, like the Rick and Morty 2-pack, or the Golden Girls, or even the single releases like recently the Kool-Aid Man or Agretzko, I always pronounce that wrong. You can swap them in. So if you want to battle in the Raptor Paddock with an old woman and Batman against a raptor and Voldemort, you can do that. But this is not about that. This is just about this 4-pack. And it contains, of course, the main stars of any Funkoverse release, of any Funko release, are the Funko Pop things themselves. Let's get out this raptor. They are very tightly locked in here. Like, you are not... Oh gosh, they're hard to get out. So there's Ellie Satler, played by the incomparable Laura Dern, with her hair up, and her boots, and her pink shirt from the film, and a cut on her face, and a place to hold her cup. That will be important later. But these are nice little figures. I've done Funko stuff before, and these, I think, work in the miniature a little bit better, just because they're small enough that the cartoonishness works. But we will put her back there. And then we have Ray Arnold, who says, famously, hold on to your butts. An interesting inclusion in this. I figured they would have gone with a Wayne Knight, or maybe a Sir Richard Attenborough, or Jeff Goldblum. Hey, wait, post spoilers. But nope, they went with Samuel L. Jackson's character, who is an interesting character, with his glasses and a little mustache. It's a weird time in the 90s when Samuel L. Jackson had a mustache, isn't it? But yes, and he's also ready to hold a cup. And then, if we can get them out. Come on, Dr. Grant. There we go. Dr. Alan Grant, who I think is my favorite figure of them, because he has the big hat, and his little neckerchief, and his belt and all that. Obviously, they're all pretty much the same, although he has more of a defined chin, which is kind of gross looking seam, but we'll give it to him. He's manly, he's rugged. And finally, the most important member of Jurassic Park, the one we all came for. Come on. Out you come. The Velociraptor. The clever girl. There she is, with her funny arms and her little head. I love, honestly, Funkos. The non-humanoid Funkos are the best, I think. There's something about the way that the eyes don't make them quite as creepy, despite the big heads, and the fact there's always a bit more detail. They're not quite the same. But that's them. And then they come with several things. They come with these stands, which they are different colors based on what teams they're on. See, the previous 4 packs have very clear-cut morals, although you don't necessarily have to align them along with each other. You could have Batman and the Joker team up, or you could have Harry Potter and Voldemort team up. Now, that's not always the best strategic option, but it is doable. Or you could have, other heroes team up with other villains. In this, you could have, for instance, Ellie Satler and a Raptor versus Arnold and Dr. Grant. With little stands. Tells you who's who. It also comes with 2 items. In each game, each side gets an item. So, one side of the game, usually the side with the Velociraptor, would get a Raptor Claw. The side that has, I believe, more Dr. Satler, has these night vision goggles. And see, the way they work is that little cup hand is even the Raptor. You stick that in there. And you could also theoretically give the Raptor night vision goggles. There's also other items from other games. Those are also interchangeable, so if you wanted to give them Retzko's chainsaw, or the portal gun, or a wand, or Harley's mallet, you totally could. But, let's see. With Dr. Satler, it's a little easier. She's not a raptor. Slots right in. And then, obviously she can't use it because she has giant mutant bug eyes, but it's the principle of the thing. And those have special powers that they give each person. Let's see. We have, these are just tokens you use to designate powers, raptors, tokens, different things. Just cardboard. And then we have the dice, which are very, very nice dice that you roll when you're trying to do damage or hit people, or see if you are able to do what you're doing. Embossed, not embossed, engraved. Nice solid plastic, so you get a bunch of those. And then finally, the final new piece added to this, and this is something that is a new mechanic, are the amber points. They are plastic chunks of amber, similar to the kind of plastic that's used in the Rising games that USAopoly does with Dark Lord Rising, with Voldemort, the black ones, or the Infinity Stones. And each of them has gross black flecks, and if you can see, a mosquito. It is just printed on it, not encased in it. But they all are different. A lot of them they're slightly different variants and shapes and where the mosquito is printed on. So there is some variety to it. Makes it a little bit more interesting. But a really cool little bit of Jurassic Park lore included. You gotta love that. Then you take the insert out, and inside you have the book. Oh, look at the book, it's so fancy free. Look at the book. Yeah, it's a book. Plays a standalone or game or yada yada yada. Includes 2 exclusive Funkoverse Pop-Game figures. Oh, this is the wrong one. No, it's not. But there is a second one you can play as, which we will get to in a second. And then you have your actual playboard, which is not too big, all things considered. Let's see if I can get it opened up. Come on. Come on. Oh no, they're falling over. Oh no, they're falling over. Stop falling over. There we go. Oh, no, they're falling over. Okay, so yeah, this is the game board. And this side is the entrance visitor center. You can see there is the T-Rex skeleton that has been wrecked. The dinosaurs walked the earth banner that flutters down during the movie. The steps, the water, all that kind of stuff. Classic scene you use for the different games. You can see they kind of have a, you could call it like a D&D type setup, where each square is the square, and depending on which game you're doing, different things are happening. And if they get near each other, then they go, "Oi, I want to fight you, Samuel L. Jackson.
"Oh,
There's too many Sams, and
Samuel L.
this town isn't big enough for two Sams. Boy, howdy, I think you're right."
Enough for two Sams.
Fight, and they roll the dice, and then if Sam Jackson loses,
and they roll the dice,
and he loses, and he goes off the board, and he comes back later, and then he uses Sam Jackson powers to beat up Sam Neill. He uses Sam Jackson powers. See what happens. Anyway, enough of that. On the other side, enough of that. Is the Raptor Paddock. The Raptor Paddock. Come on. It's a bit less open, a bit more mazy. But it is, again, same size as before. But it is, again, each of them has a designated sort of, this giant bag for all the little cards. They have, let's see, where are they? They have, there they are. Let's see, where are they? They have a card. So this is for the Raptor Paddock, where you have, they have a card. Capture the flags at the visitor center, where you have, and capture the flags leader at the Raptor Paddock. Your rival searching for the Raptor Paddock. Luckily, you spotted them before they spotted you. It's time for the hunter to become hunted. You spotted them before they spotted you. And then the other one, you have, and then the territory at the Raptor Paddock, which is like area control. Territory at the Raptor Paddock, and area control. And well, claiming territory, and this is that for the visitor center. Territory, and this is. And then you have these, which each player uses to track. And then you have these their powers. Which each player uses to track their powers. They're on cooldown. If they use on cooldown, a yellow power, it would start however much it costs. So if it was a 3, it would start here, and each turn it would go down. So if it would come back here, knocked out characters when they get knocked over, come back, knocked out characters onto the board, knocked over. That's that. Come back. So onto the board. Get those. And of course, the character cards themselves. We have Ray Arnold. We have hold on to your butts. So they each have a different kind of ability. There's blue, which is kind of like magic. Blue, which is kind of like magic. Yellow, which is kind of like leadership type stuff. There's red, which is fighting stuff. And then there is blue's kind of like fighting. And then it's harder with these, and then this is more like tech. So hold on to your butts. Lets you do an interact action, and then help allies. Do an interact action. Reboot. Lets you move people or move stuff around on the board, and it could have been worse. Lets him be knocked down, but his ability is that when he is knocked out, an ally within 3 squares may remove an exhausted marker. Who's kind of a support character. Alan Grant can excavate. Challenge 2. That's what this means, to fight. Excavate. You shift a point marker on your cooldown track down 2. Menacing speech. Lets you hurt people from far away. And then give me your hand. Choose an ally adjacent to Alan. Move 1, but it's adjacent Alan. And then dig later when an ally collects a point token. Alan may move 1. And this is holding on, which is something that Ray Arnold can do. Ellie Satler, she can inherit the Earth, do a 2 challenge to each standing rival Ellie can see, and then run, move 4, and only if she's near somebody, and getting her hands dirty. Challenge 3, successful shift in ability token and cooldown track. Moment of action, doing an interact or assist action, Ellie may use a basic action, limit 1 per turn. And finally, the Raptor, Talon Leap, move 3 towards a rival the Raptor can see, do a challenge 2 to them, so that's 2 dice you roll, I should say that. We challenge 2 has 2 dice, and then the amount of these that come up, the amount of hits. the amount of Pack Hunter. Challenge 2, increase this challenge by 1 for each standing ally. Challenge 2, Stalk, place 2 ambush tokens in empty squares the Raptor can see as in 3 squares. Your ability is Clever Girl. At the beginning of the Raptor's turn, you may remove an ambush token from the board and place her standing in that square. And then you have the Goggles, which when they're equipped, let them do farther away interact actions. More holding on, and then the Raptor Claw. Do this, and then the Raptor Claw lets him challenge abilities without paying that ability's cost. And then you also have Triceratops and Gamekeeper. So if you're wanting to do some different characters, you have these as options. That is Funkoverse. Jurassic Park. What is it? Jurassic Park. 1 second. Where is it? Everybody off the board. Everybody off the board. Everybody off the board. Everybody off the board. Make way. Make way for Mr. Goldblum. Mr. Goldblum is coming. Mr. Goldblum. Yes, Mr. Goldblum is coming. Funkoverse. Yes. 2-pack. Jurassic Park. Funkoverse. Ian Malcolm. And the T-Rex. Jurassic Park. Oh boy, they know their money, don't they? They know that when you think of Jurassic Park, They know a lot of things. When you think of Jurassic Park, when you think a lot of things. When you really think about it, 2 things come up. Awesome T-Rex and Jeff Goldblum. And this is what this delivers. Again, this is another 2-pack. This is what similar to the Ron and Draco Harry Potter 2-pack, the Catwoman and Draco Harry Potter Robin 2-pack, Rick and Morty 2-pack, and the Gold Girls 2-packs. They like their 2-packs. The Gold Girls 2-pack. Maybe another 2-pack. Although a 2-pack would be entertaining. Maybe another 2-pack. I don't think they're ready for that. That might be in bad taste. Anyway, so it works as a 2-player game. So it works as a mix these in. Because why wouldn't you? Mix these in. Because it's a smaller box, obviously. It has 2. So first up, here's the T-Rex. You can see here's the T-Rex. A bit bigger than the Raptor. Has a different skin tone, different look. Has a different overall very actually I think overall very yeah, that's almost an identical sculpt, different paint. Yeah, that's almost an identical the arms are a little bit different, the head's a little bit different, although I would say the arms are a little bit different, the head's a little bit different. Not articulated. The mouth is a little bit more articulated, but it's Funko. What are you going to do? A little bit more open. But it's Funko. What are you and I will say she does not stand up well. And I will say she does not stand up well. Put her back there. And then Mr. Goldblum himself. And then coming out. Mr. Goldblum himself. Coming out. Come on. With his sexy V-neck. And his blue jewelry and his all-black outfit and his sunglasses he wears all the time, even at night. You gotta love Ian Malcolm. Even at night. Seriously, you have to, or I will find you. And I will make you watch the Jeff Goldblum show on Disney Plus, because he is delightful. And he comes with his item, which again he comes and match. So you could give him a Raptor Claw or a chainsaw. Really, he needs a chainsaw. Very chainsaw kind of guy. Really, he needs a chainsaw. Very chainsaw guy. A road flare. A road flare. Why not? Road flare. To distract the T-Rex, you can see him. The picture being like, oh no, I have a road flare. That's not what he sounds like. Oh no, I have anyway, Ian Malcolm. So, more dice. Ian Malcolm. Although one of these dice is not like the other. One of these dice just doesn't belong. We'll get to that in a second. More tokens. We'll get to that in a second. More tokens. More Ember points. More. Take this out. Ember points. Look at the cards first this time. Take this out. So the road flare, when you equip it, lets you pull a standing rival that can see you 2 spaces, so it's like a free taunt. Standing rival that can see you 2 spaces, so it's like a free taunt. Scientist and Galimius and extra generic characters. Galimius. Extra the T-Rex characters who is all fighting. The T-Rex. She can chomp. Who is challenge 4. That's 4 dice. She can chomp them out. Challenge 4. Then it cools down. She is stomp. Move 3 in a straight line. This action will move the T-Rex through rivals, and then roar. This action may move the T-Rex. It also damages them and then roar, which just pushes everyone back. Predatory instincts while standing. If a standing rival ends a move, in addition to the T-Rex, you may place a red ability token pool on the one track and do a challenge too. So she is cool. And then Ian Malcolm, Incessant Snark. He has such good abilities. Change Snark. Range 3, Challenge 1. If you lose, do a Challenge 1 to the same target. Life finds a way. Move 2. Swap an ability token from your ability pool or your cooldown track with one from outside of the game. Finally, let's go faster. Roll 1 die. If you roll a exclamation points, move 5. Otherwise, move 2. He is a chaos theorist. Whenever you would roll dice, he replaces one of the standard dice with the chaos dice. That is the chaos dice. That is this one. This is the chaos die. This one. Obama Lass is the chaos die. You mean the chaos dice? Obama Lass. A lot of them are blank, but it has a lot more of those exclamations, which are very good. You want those because they are successes. So you're likely to. There's no success. You're likely to fail, but likely to succeed. You're likely to fail, but so that is those. So that is. It's a book. It's floppy. It advertises the other one on the back. It's a book. It's floppy. It advertises the other one on the back. And then it's fun. We have, and then let's get the board out, which I think is still in plastic. Board out. So yes, you can. As I said, you can play these. Yes, you can. As I said, you can play these. So if you're just a really big Jeff Goldblum fan, as standalone, you could just get this and it'd be perfectly content. You could just get this and it'd be perfectly content. But the board is the same size as the other board. Bring out of space. Dr. Grant, no. Dr. Grant, same size as the other board. And you can see, put Jeff Goldblum there. Put the T-Rex there. This is the scene from the. This is the scene from the movie when they fight the. Dude gets eaten by the dude gets eaten. The T-Rex. Oh no, she fell over. T-Rex. Oh no, she fell over. Look, there's even down there. I don't know if you can see. There's even the toilet he gets eaten out of. There's even the toilet. But yes, this is the T-Rex Paddock, which is more territory. T-Rex layouts. Then leaders, which is on the back for the Island Nublar lab. There's control. And then of course, there's control. Your countdown boards. And then of course, but again, your countdown boards. And then you shift it. But again, you shift it. You can look at the Island Nublar lab. You can look at the island, which has this is sort of a better starting point. It's got a place for all your cards to go. But this is built for definitely built very much for 2 players. It's a lot smaller map, so you can have T-Rex on one end. So you can have Jeff Goldblum T-Rex on one end. The other Jeff Goldblum. You don't the other. Now necessarily. Again, you don't have to actually have it always be. These two. You could also have Dr. Grant show up and stop falling over, and you could have Ellie Satler show up, and you could have fall over, and then they can have a fight, and then you could. I mean, they couldn't both have an item. You have to pick one, but you could give. They couldn't both have an item. You have to pick. You could keep that. You give Grant that. I don't think. You could keep that. You could give Grant. Oh, yep, the T-Rex. I don't think. Oh, yep, the T-Rex. Can use goggles. You gotta love that. Or a flare. Can use goggles. Or a chainsaw. You gotta love that. Or a flare. So, or a chainsaw. Yes, that is the Funkoverse Jurassic Park. That is the Funkoverse Jurassic releases. The 4-pack and the 2-pack. Those released simultaneously. You get them at simultaneously. All over. Get them at support your local game store. They probably have places to buy it. They probably have. You can curbside pickup and delivery. You can look it up. Curbside pickup, even not that expensive game. The 4-packs are somewhere around like $20-$25, and the 2-pack like $15. $20-$25. You get a lot of game for it. $15, I think, and it's super high quality, super well done. I think, super high quality. And if you're just a fan of Jurassic Park, It's a hell of a thing. I mean, if you're just a fan of Jurassic Park, you could just I mean, you could even just display the Funkos if you wanted to. You could just I mean, you could even just display the Funkos if you wanted to. It's a fun game, not super complicated. I have a full review of the Jurassic Park versions, and I'll be doing a review of both of them at the same time because they're functionally go together. As soon as I can. And until then, happy gaming. And until then, happy gaming.